And he said, I have to leave. I have to go to work. And ask one of your friend them for carry go to the airport. And I'm like, but I didn't come to my friends. I came to see you. And he was like, well, I have to work. And I'm not coming back.
Two friends from an island in the Caribbean set out on a journey to find inspiring stories told by the persons who live them.
So with a camera bag and an open mind, you learn that the best part of life is not the destination, but
The journey.
All right, so a large part of going up the hill and just having that turning point was what happened in 2017. And then I think I knew I couldn't look back after my mother passed away suddenly last year. 2019. So my mother Camelia Elizabeth Brown, may her soul rest in peace, was my biggest cheerleader and my biggest critic. She was the life of any party. Like, if you've ever met my mother, like my mother, she loved laugh. Like her laugh come up from her belly, and it just bubble over. She was an incredible human being. She was the true example of a woman that wears many hats, that can do anything. She can, my mother, if the roof want fix, she go up there go fix it. If she need plumbing work done, she that in the house I try figure out how to fix it herself. My mother, she never make anything hold her back. And I grew up seeing that. And that's a large part of why I am the way I am, because I know that I can conquer anything. I had such a great example of that. And my mother got diagnosed with a neuroendocrine tumor, stage 4. And I wasn't prepared for all of what happened. I wasn't prepared for losing the most important person in my life. I wasn't, to this day, I can't process it. This is the first time I really am talking about it. Like, I always tell people when they ask me, how are you, Kaydia? My default answer is, I'm good, or I'm okay. Much to the annoyance of people who are close to me. Because how I see myself is that I'm the person who is supposed to be listening to you. I'm supposed to be supporting you, not the other way around. And so I always feel like I have to put on a brave face, because that's what people need from me. And I take that role very seriously. I always get good, feedback that, Kaydia, you're the person that I think of when I need a little pep up. Up to this week, I got that call. But deep down, I am not okay. But I'll always put on that smile and put on my mask and step out into the world. Because really and truly, I realize that people don't understand grief. Grief is something that I've had an intimate relationship with since last year. Because then, a year later, my mother's mother died, my grandmother. And then, a few weeks after my mother's mother died, my father's mother died. So, 3 of the most important women in my life who have really given of themselves, loved me unconditionally, poured into me, and who are really the reason I am the woman I am today, they have all passed. And so I think that turning point again was in 2019 because I realized that I had to be a warrior. I had to really dig deep because the people who love me the most, they weren't here anymore. And so the world looks more lonely and it's a different place when you do not have your mother. When you don't have your mother, it's no matter how old you get. When you don't have your mother, life, the world just, it looks a little more different. But my mother instilled the strength that I needed, the courage, perseverance, the joy, the hope, and the love. And I remember a friend said to me, if you could love yourself as much as your mother loved you, do you know how powerful you would be? And I will never forget that because she's right. I was my mother's world. And so I don't have a choice. I have to look forward. I can never look back. Because I have her veins running through me, her blood. Camellia Elizabeth Bryan, Doris Maud Kennedy, and Eileen Lyon Scott. My warriors. I have their blood running through my veins. Can't look back ever. Ever. And so loving myself is also, it has more purpose and meaning because of that. It has much more purpose and meaning. So with that said, I just kind of feel free. That's my story that I had a fear of telling. But now I feel free. So now I am in a relationship that is beautiful. When I wake up beside him every day, I'm reminded of God's love for me. He's what I hoped for, what I longed for, but didn't think I deserved. I am happy. I am more happy than I have been ever. And first and foremost, I'm happy because I love myself and I understand my worth. Right? And he has added to that happiness. He has complemented it well. I have a partner who understands me, who doesn't judge, who creates a safe space for me, which was always important. Creating a space where even when we don't see eye to eye, it's still a space of love and understanding and tenderness and care. And I'm always blown away by him. Especially when my mother was sick, he helped me with her. He cooked for her. And I just can't look back after that. Like, I know that this will be my life partner wherever we go from here. It's only up. This will be my life partner, and I am truly happy and grateful for his presence in my life. And I'm grateful that the Lord has really, shifted my spirit and helped me to grow in a way that I can also give that back in return. And I couldn't have done it if I didn't have that love and respect and appreciation for myself first. So I'm very happy now.
He tells you beautiful.
Yes, he tells me that I'm beautiful. Yes, he does. And he makes me feel good. He really does. He makes me feel good. He makes me feel loved and appreciated and valued. So it made me feel good to have mommy meet and know my significant other before she passed away, because for one thing, she always wanted grandchildren. Like within the last 2 years of her life, more grand picnic. What the grand picnic them there? Like a lot of pressure. A lot of every day she want grand picnic. She wants it. So I'm like, mommy, I have to meet somebody first, Like it don't work that way. But it was important to me that she knew my partner. She knew my significant other, because I think, especially in her final days, I think she trusted him to take care of me. Especially based on how he took care of her. I think she saw that he was a real man, somebody of his word, somebody who is going to be there and stay grounded even when things are falling apart. And it meant a lot to me that she could see somebody like that in my life. It meant a lot to me that he could be there and develop a bond with her before she passed. Granted, and I must be honest, my mother did not like him at first. But then my mother never really liked anybody that I talked to. And come to think of it, I don't think she liked anybody that I talked to. There was always something, especially when you're an only child, nobody's good enough for you, daughter. But I think towards the latter part of her life before she passed away, when he cooked for her and, just helped carry her, because there was a point when she couldn't even walk. It just disintegrated and took a rapid decline so quickly, and he had to lift her to her bed. And seeing that was powerful for me. Seeing that, seeing that when really the dice is turned, the chips fall, and the person stays grounded, they don't run. They're in it with you. And they're in it because they love you no matter what, and they love your family no matter what. That was profound to me. That was profound, and I never thought that I deserved that or was worthy of it or really understood the depth of what true love looks like until I saw that. True love between a man and a woman. When a man is there, no matter what happens. And if you fall 10 times, him will help support, pick you back up. A shoulder to lean on always. A person that I can share my innermost thoughts and not feel judged. A safe space. And I'm really happy that he met my mother and he met my grandmothers before they passed. Honestly, there are so many moments that I have that I just felt very low in terms of when I would get, negative feedback and criticism about my weight and, how I look. There have been many things said to me that I don't think people understand the impact. And, you know, I smile and I take it sometimes with a grain of salt. But there are days when I'm like, sometimes I wonder why people feel the need to speak on things that are quite obvious. Like I look in the mirror, I can see if I put on weight, you know, I weigh myself. I'm not sure. And sometimes I chalk it up to, that's how we are, that's a Caribbean greeting, you know. People are going to tell us either you're too fat or you're too mager. And if you're too mager, you're sick. You lose so much weight. You know, or where on you go? Right? Which I've gotten a lot. But when somebody's going to ask me about my weight and my personality, I'm like, how that drop in a meeting where we're not talking about nothing like that? And then sometimes I wonder, like I ask myself, why is it okay to say it to me? Why is it okay? And I'm like, why you don't cuss them off, Kaydia? Like, why you not tell them about them parts? Like, but I don't have that personality. So sometimes I just smile and I walk away. Sometimes I'm like, people are so incredibly mean. They lack compassion. Like, what are they thinking? There are days when I'm very low, like I don't know how I can bounce back. And this is not coincidence, and every single time that I'm feeling very low, I get a call or a message from somebody giving me encouragement, telling me the impact that I've had on their life. People also go around and I hurt people, so, and you know, them not understand the impact. Like, this don't make no sense. And I get a message, Kaydia, I love you dearly, you know, Kaydia, you have such a pure heart. Like, and I get these messages and I get them quite often. And every time I'm at my lowest and I get those messages, it reaffirms for me that definitely God loves me, even more than I can understand. And also, one of my purpose is deeply rooted in impact. And so if I impact people's lives, so material things don't mean nothing to me. They're important, don't get me wrong, but they don't carry weight when it comes to what is most important for me is the love that I share, the kindness, the compassion, how I impact people's lives, how I contribute to your growth and development as a person. In every interaction, I want people around me to feel loved. I may not always get it right because, of course, I'm human. But that impact is what is important for me, and it drives me. And so every time I get those messages, it picks me back up. And I remember God is all around me. Even when I feel like I can't see him or he's not there, he's with me, holding my hand, covering me every step of the way. I said to myself, Kaydia, you know you're powerful. I joke around with life, you know. You need to stop silencing yourself. You need to open your mouth and use your voice and speak. And speak into yourself, speak into people. Because you are powerful beyond measure. And everybody, I truly believe that every single one of us, we are powerful human beings. It is beautiful. Our differences are beautiful. We should embrace it. We should love each other because of it. And so I challenge you to, when you hear my story, just remember that words are powerful. Be kind. And it's a cliche, but you really never know what people are going through. People are fighting battles that they may never share. I'm sharing because I've chosen to share, but I could have repressed myself and remained silent. And the fact that I'm speaking, the fact that I've chosen to speak, that's power within itself. Because I'm not allowing this insecurity to hold me back and to hold me down. I rise above it and I break away against any kind of box that anybody wants to put me in. I'm not in any box. I am Kaydia Alexia Tomlinson. I think grace is something that I still learn to give others and give to myself, more importantly. Giving it to myself, understanding that I'm not perfect. I will never be perfect, and I don't strive to be perfect. But learning and growing and accepting and embracing who I am in every moment. Whether I am fat, whether I lose weight tomorrow, whether I make mistakes or not, it doesn't matter. In each moment that I am here and living, I'm growing and constantly learning and evolving. And that self-love will continue to unfold and manifest as I do that. My name is Kaydia Alexia Tomlinson, and I'm fabulous.
Got you, buddy.
Hi, I'm Kaydia, and this is my story about time.